Alright, I'm back to work on the old Pontiac today, and I did kind of do a little bit without recording last night, but I got pretty excited because I got my T56 adapted over to the LS1 style, which I'll have a video on that, but I went ahead and bolted it to it, and while one of my buddies was over, he helped me go ahead and throw this guy in because it's kind of a pain with just one person. So he helped me throw it in there, and I got a little rambunctious, and I went ahead and made a transmission mount, which is way too beefy, but pretty much it's 2x4 just frame material because that's what I had laying around. I really didn't want to go out and buy some more either tubing or something like that when I had that already, which it doesn't help with the weight of this car, but look at it, it already weighs too much as is. So went ahead and threw that guy in there, and it's got a little tab that comes off the front for that. It's actually going to give me a nice spot because I'm going to go ahead and put another bolt through my floorboards with another body mount. I'll just go ahead and put one there, but that gives me a good spot just for everything, mounting, and so I'm not upset about it. It really did help with the floors and the frame structure, so which it just unbolts with 2 bolts. I did kind of like an ear mount, kind of like a motor mount, but solid. And then here's kind of what my idea is. Now I want to put this on the outside of that lip, so my new metal will go inside of this, so you'll actually see the bands. But this is kind of my idea, was to bring it all the way up to that front edge on both sides of the floorboard, make the hoop bigger than I need it, put it on the outside, make a second hoop back here, which I might make it either here, because I guess I could taper it in here, but I don't know yet. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Once I get there, I guess I'll kind of make a decision, but I'm going to do a hoop here, probably a hoop when I neck it down, and maybe one more hoop in the middle. So that'll be 4 total. It'll just give me something nice where I can pull my floorboards up to it. I can make them look all tight and uniform. And I'll make this shape, and then I'll come through here and make the corner angle sections. I'll have to make them in 2 pieces, but I'll try to make them look real nice. And then once I get all this made, I know my floorboards and everything are nice and strong again, so I'll be able to come in here, fix this chopped up mess, and make it look nice, and then I can redo my pedals. Because I ended up leaving the motor far back as I could, because like I said, I plan on putting a single turbo air-to-air intercooler, so I wanted to make sure I had maximum room for a radiator with electric fans, with intercooler piping, with radiator hoses, with everything. Wanted to make sure I had plenty of room to put this guy in there and not have any space issues later on, which I think the air-to-air intercooler will fit down in there real nice. I think the tubes will go through this panel here and come through the inner fender panel here, and I think everything will work out really, really nice. So I'm gonna get this camera set up, and I'm gonna start doing some floorboards. All right, I think that's a wrap for today. I'm gonna try to get it buttoned up tomorrow night, but it turned out pretty good. I used the straps, and it also kind of helped hide my edges, because I knew making this shape here, where it's tapered all the way around, and it's rounded this way, I knew it was gonna be tough. So putting these straps in, and getting my shapes kind of there, it made it a lot easier, because this gave me some strength. And this strap, and me making this piece, as you've seen, I was bending around and using the clamps, and it worked out really nice. So everything came out real nice here. This piece in here was also, I mean, it went in real easy with the long vice grip pair that I have. I was able to get in here and get a lot of that stuff. But back here on this last panel, that's the one that gave me the trouble. And you see I had to drill and put some metal screws in to help suck that metal out to the edges, which is kind of hard to see, but there we go. But I used the metal screws to suck them out. So pretty much tomorrow, first thing I'm going to do is try to just get this welded up, get a lot of this welded up. I need to beat this edge over a little bit here. I got a little bit of a gap on both sides, so I'll crawl underneath the car and hit them edges over, get them all welded up real nice and solid. And then I'll finish out the back right there where I cut it out too big the first time, and then I'll move on to up here, which I'm not sure yet how I want to tackle this. I think I'm going to try to get just a basic shape. I might split it in half and do it in two-piece. I'm not really sure yet, because I know it's gonna have to be at an angle, because I want to make sure if I ever did have to pull this transmission out that I got plenty of room. So I might go all the way up into there, and just kind of round it around here. But I think I'm gonna leave this edge straight up to here and make a round piece that just kind of comes down and ties straight into this line, because the other side is already cut on a straight line, and I can kind of see it, how it would look if I was to round it at the top and tie it into it. I think it'd look pretty good. So I think that's the first thing, or I think that's the way I'm going to tackle it, is try to just get a basic shape, get it cut out, cut this edge off straight, and I should be able to make it pretty easy. So yeah, I'm getting excited, getting ready to get this body off. This is kind of my last step. I want to get it rolled outside, take a look at it. So we're moving right along and should be able to get her buttoned up tomorrow. But thanks for watching, and the struggles and everything else. It's nice to get an accomplishment, just to do one piece a day, or just do something every day to try to make it feel like the project is going on faster than it seems. A lot of times I'm waiting for money to purchase an item, or to do this or do that, but finally having the motor and transmission and everything together, it's nice, because I moved right along with it in one day and got this knocked out, because this is what I was waiting for. But if you're working on your project or anything else, just one piece a day and you'll get it done, I promise. You just got to keep going. Just when you think it's getting hard, just keep pushing through, and good things will happen. So, and I learn over time. You saw me mess up too when I made these straps too long the first time. I wasn't even paying attention, had the string across it, or the ratchet strap I cut off across it, and I got out of the car and looked in it, and this tunnel was going uphill, and I'd already cut out the back piece. So I'm not perfect, so there's no excuses there, but you live and you learn. All right, so worked a little later than I thought I was going to. It's getting around 10 o'clock. I gotta work tomorrow. But I did get done what I wanted to get done tonight, which I got both them panels in, which I did this one a little different than the other one. I don't like how many screws are showing and how big they are on that guy, which you may not see it when it's all painted all the same color. I can end up painting over them screws. But what I think I'm gonna do is get some rivets and putting them in there instead. But other than that, I know you can see some of this stuff in that hole from the old bracket, but what I'm actually gonna do is, that's why I made them removable, is stuff my insulation behind it, then screw them on so you won't see anything behind there. But I think it just kind of added a different kind of touch to it. It's kind of interesting, and I don't know. Everything here is kind of crazy and so many replacement panels and everything, so I thought this would look pretty good. I'm still not sure what I'm going to end up doing for the door panels and stuff like that, but at least for the kick panels, I know I wanted something that I don't have to worry about. I can hit my foot on it, I can scrape it, I can do whatever. Not going to ruin any vinyl, any foam, nothing like that. So overall, I'm happy with the way it turned out. I'm happy with the 3 dimple die marks that I put in it. The uniform, they look good on each side. So it's always good when you make a patch panel, and then the other one on the other side fits just like the, just like the one side. So not too upset there, but also got my pedals back and mounted. Everything looks good there. So moving right along. Now I think what my plan is tomorrow is to work on these fenders, which I can show you a little bit here. But anyway, where I made my rocker, it's about a little over a 1/4 inch narrower than it was before, which is no big deal. What I'm actually going to do is, since the bottom of these are actually okay, I'm just going to slice right through here all the way across and just scoot the whole thing up that little bit over a 1/4, and I'll weld it back together right through here. Grind it down, rust it, you'll never know that I did it. But that's kind of the last thing I need to do with the front fenders, and then it's time to get the body back off to do the final finish welding underneath. I can go ahead and get the body painted on the inside, undercoat the bottom, clear coat the outside, and we're getting close. So I think I'm gonna try to get the body off this weekend somehow, some way. Call up all the reinforcements, all my buddies that I have. But we'll definitely give it our best shot. Should be a lot easier getting it on and off now that it's structurally sound and strong. Don't have to worry about tearing nothing up. We can lift by this edge here now. You won't cut yourself or, you know, lose a finger. So that's good. But I think that's where I'm calling it for the night. I'll catch back up tomorrow, but thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.